What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Skill the Sound here, back again with another video. I wanted to talk about, obviously, the big news of the day. James Harden, the lazy man. No, James Harden, the guy who wanted the easy title, is getting traded to Philadelphia, right? And my first thoughts on this is the Nets won the trade. The Nets won the trade for sure. If you just look at everything that's involved, Brooklyn gets Ben Simmons. Obviously, Ben Simmons is going through his situation, but we'll see how quickly he gets back on the court. Steph Curry, one of the best shooters in the NBA. So now, Brooklyn, you get Steph Curry that can replace Joe Harris, because we don't know Joe Harris's injury, or situation as far as when he's going to come back. So now you got Curry to replace that shooting. Andre Drummond. A lot of people don't like Andre Drummond, but it wasn't too long ago where Drummond was leading the NBA in rebounds, and heck, before he went to the Lakers, he was still averaging tons of rebounds. Let's look at Andre Drummond real quick. All right, let's look at Andre Drummond. All right, let's see. Andre Drummond. Let's just look at his stats recently. So, obviously, in limited minutes, he's giving you 9 rebounds a game. But let's look at his career stats. All right, so where are they? So literally last year, he averaged 12 rebounds a game combined with both the Lakers and Cleveland, and then before that, 15 rebounds. So he's still a rebounding monster. He's still somebody that's gonna slide in right away and play center and be their starting center, because Brooklyn's always had issues ever since they traded away Jared Allen. They haven't had anybody to man the paint. DeAndre Jordan wasn't that. That's why they gave up on him so soon. Blake Griffin, he's washed. So, and LaMarcus Aldridge, he's washed as well. So, even though Andre Drummond's not the best defensively, and he is an old school type of center, right away, he's going to be a double-double guy. He's going to give them 12, 13, 14, 15 rebounds, depending on how many minutes they play him a game. He's going to give them 10 points. So, that's an automatic double-double. And then with the 2022 first-round pick unprotected, that could be a good pick, but I also read that they could decide to give that back to like 2023, and then they got a 2027 first-round pick for Harden and washed Millsap. Honestly, on the outside looking in, Harden and Embiid sounds like a great pairing. It should be a great pairing as far as an elite shooting guard and an elite big man center. But Harden has now axed out of 2 places in short time span. Houston, Brooklyn. Brooklyn wasn't even there for a whole year. So now this begs the question to how long will it be before, let's say, does he leave Philly without even re-signing a deal? Will Daryl Morey get him to re-sign a deal? That's the only thing that makes sense. But even so, if him and Embiid don't get into it or see eye to eye, I can just see him asking for a trade, and all of a sudden it's back again with the same situation, because Embiid's becoming a strong personality. Harden is too. Harden don't get his way. Is he gonna want to request a trade? Will Embiid get annoyed and be like, wait a second, this guy is just holding on to the ball, dribbling too much? Because Embiid's touches are going to be a lot lower, obviously, a lot less. He's not going to be able to average those 28, 29 a game and be arguably has a chance at the scoring title. His numbers are going to come down. So, will Embiid get pissed when Harden is not playing defense? Because with all the flaws Ben Simmons had, Ben Simmons was elite defender. Very versatile defender. Harden, by far not even that. Harden now, I will give Harden this. He's a really good post defender. He's very strong for someone his size. It's hard to move for him, but as far as perimeter defense, sliding your feet, no. Harden is not that. He will not give you that. It still remains to be seen. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Philly, the good thing about Philly was they didn't have to give up any of their young guys. Okay, they didn't have to give up Thibault. They didn't have to give up, what's the other guy? I always forget his name. Let's see. What's his name? The other young guy. I always forget his name because he's actually really good as well. That was one of the guys that they didn't want to give up in the trade. What is his name? I gotta find it. This is killing me. I have to get his name. Where's his name? Where's Tyrese Maxey? There we go, Maxey. They didn't want to give up Maxey as well in the deal because they were asking for way too much. So, but for that, yeah, see, look at this here. So the Nets will get the Sixers 2022 first round pick unprotected with a right to defer until 2023, and their 2027 first round pick 1-8. Sources tells ESPN. So the 2027 could roll over to 2028. Okay, and protected 1-8 again. The pick turns into 2 seconds and $2 million in 2029. Wow, so that's obviously far down the line, but that's a lot there that could change with that pick. But I think the Nets win this deal. I think the Nets right now with Ben Simmons and KD, two 6'10", 6'11" type guys, very versatile. Instantly, this makes the Nets a lot better team defensively because of Ben Simmons. You add shooting, you add rebounding. I like the Nets now better than what they had when they had the three guys. Now Kyrie's still going to be a part-time player, but I like the Nets now. I really do. I like what they give them. Philly remains to be seen. If James Harden's engaged, then yes, that could be a great team, but how long will it be before him and Embiid get into it and don't see eye to eye? As of right now, do I say the Nets are the favorite? That's hard to say. You still got to give respect to the Milwaukee Bucks just because they're the defending champions, so they're going to be right there. Miami, still a dangerous team, somebody you got to worry about. I like Cleveland to do some damage. But yeah, look, I've been dogging Harden, but if he's engaged, he's going to make Philly really good. Okay? So Philly has to be right there as well. So we just have to see how that partnership is going to go. But I'm just waiting to see how long it's going to be before Ben Simmons comes back. And so a lot of people like to forget. Ben Simmons, he's going to thrive in the Nets because he's not going to have anybody that's going to clog the lane. He's going to have a lot of spacing with the Nets. Just because Durant is one of those guys, he can play off the ball. As soon as you hit him, he's going to hit that mid-range. He can shoot out to the three. He can drive to the hole. You got to respect that. So driving lanes are going to be there for Ben Simmons when you don't have a Drummond on the court. So that's why I'm thinking that they're only going to probably play Drummond 28, 29 minutes at the most, maybe 30 minutes. But the majority of the time, Ben Simmons, he's going to have a chance to score a lot of points. I'm going to call this right now. I can see Ben Simmons averaging more points than he's ever did when he was with Philly. I can see him averaging 17, 18 a game. I can really see him doing that. Hey, he might even score 20. A little bit far-fetched. But if he improves some of his free throw shooting, and if Durant can encourage him to, hey, man, shoot this ball, work with him on some shooting, Kyrie, I like this move for the Nets. I really, really do. I really like it. Remains to be seen with, obviously, Philly. The key with Philly is, are you able to get Harden to resign? That is the key. Because if he doesn't like what's going on, he can leave Philly and you trade away 2 first-round picks, Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, for nothing. And then Embiid is by himself. So That remains to be seen. They got to re-sign him. They have to. But at the same time, are they trying to create like another Houston 2.0? Does Embiid get traded eventually? I know that could be down the line. Does Doc get fired, and then all of a sudden Daryl Morey and Harden got the team to themselves again, like in Houston? But the key is they got to resign the guy, okay? But overall, man, it's just funny when you think about he wanted to stay there, wasn't gonna get traded. He's out for these last four games because of a hamstring injury, and obviously we all know that was him saying, "Hey, I'm not gonna play until I get traded." Then the reports came out that what did they say? That he wanted to get traded. He was pushing it so hard, but at the same time, he didn't want the bad publicity that, oh, he's forcing a trade in 2 straight teams and he doesn't want to stay. But no matter what, man, you just got to deal with it. People are going to look at it however way they want to look at it. So you can't worry about that, man. You just got to do what makes you happy. Even though I do think he quit on the Nets. I do think Harden's a weird guy to me as far as certain things that goes about it. But hey, if he wins a championship, it'll be justified, and people like myself and everybody else have to just shut up about it. But tell me what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe. This is going to be very interesting. This is going to be very exciting just to see the Nets, Philly, Miami, like Milwaukee. Those are the top 4 teams in my opinion. And then Cleveland will be 5, right behind those teams. It's going to be an exciting Eastern Conference. I actually like the Eastern Conference a lot more exciting right now, better than the West. And when was the last time we said that? For years, for decades, it was always been the West. The East was always the conference where LeBron's going to run through. There's nobody's going to challenge him. Everything's going to be weak. But now the East is the actual tough conference. They got 4 to 5 exciting teams and exciting matchups that their conference finals, it's going to be big time exciting. So I can't wait for that. Comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. It's your boy Skill and Sound, and I'm out. Peace.